Good afternoon, everybody. My name is LuMK, and welcome to my guide on the Glory of the Firelands Raider achievement. To start off this guide, we'll go straight to the table of contents. You can click on the annotations to go right to that part of the guide. Directly after this, I'll do a quick overview over stuff like what is Firelands and about the achievement. Finally, I'll go over the rewards you can get from the achievement, and then I'll go over the actual guides for each part of the achievement. Firelands is a level 85 raid released in patch 4.2. You can find the entrance to this raid located in South Mount Hyjal. With it features the achievement we'll be looking at today, Glory of the Firelands Raider. Glory of the Firelands Raider is the meta achievement for this raid. It features 12 distinct parts. 6 of them are killing the first 6 bosses on heroic mode, while the other 6 involve doing a specific task revolving around a boss. Rewards you can get mostly include some achievement points and a mount or two. Upon completing this achievement, you'll automatically get 25 achievement points in the mount Corrupted Firehawk, which can be seen on the screen right now. That's all that you'll get 100% of the time. However, while you do this achievement, you'll have a chance to get another mount, the Flame Talon of Alisrazor, once again being shown on the screen. Finally, you have the last mount. This is the exact same thing as the Corrupted Firehawk, however it is the color of fire instead of purple. In addition to that, you have to kill Ragnaros to get this mount. Ragnaros isn't required for the achievement and it's a fairly low drop rate, so good luck getting that. Once again, you can see this mount currently being modeled on the screen. Now, the first boss we're going to be tackling today is going to be Beth Talak. Her achievement is Death from Above, and that's when we only kill Cinderweb drones while they're on the top floor. However, in this guide, we're not going to kill any at all. Now, to start off, you'll see her at the bottom. You just hit her once, and then she'll go up like you're seeing right now. And then she's going to spawn these Cinderweb spinners. All you have to do is kill a Cinderweb spinner, and it'll drop a web for you. All you have to do is click on the web that it drops, and you'll be transported to the top of the web. When you're on the top of the web, you'll see Beth Talak up there in all her fat glory. All you have to do is just DPS Beth Talak until she dies. One thing you'll notice in this guide is if you look under me, I wasn't paying enough attention and there was a little sort of magma pool that spawned under me. You should watch out for it. You can see it about right now. And I'm going to fall through. Luckily, I got enough dots on her that she'll die regardless. So we completed the first boss and we got the first achievement. Let's move on to Rhyolith. So, with Rhyolith comes one of the easier achievements called Not an Ambiturner. In this achievement, you simply just need to make him turn right at all times. To do this, he'll have 2 legs, a left leg and a right leg. If you hit his left leg, he'll turn left, which will make you lose the achievement. However, if you continually hit his right leg, he'll turn right. One of the biggest keys here is that he has a really small health pool, but he has a 90% damage reduction. If he ever runs over a volcano, that damage reduction will go down, but you really shouldn't be worrying about that too much, because you can't really control which way he moves too much without hitting his left leg, which will get rid of the achievement for you. So simply just hit his right leg. If you have the add-on raid achievement, which I mentioned earlier in the guide, then if you use it, it'll tell you if you ever make him turn left, and it'll be like, hey, he turned left. So then you know that you failed the achievement. As you can see fairly soon, he's turning into a fragile state. Once he gets to this state, you don't have to worry too much about hitting the left or right leg, you just need to DPS him down. And as you noticed, he fell extremely quickly because his damage reduction just popped off. There goes that boss, and now we're on to Alisrazor. And now we're on to the bird, Alisrazor. This is again one of the easier bosses, although now it's starting to get a little bit more tricky. This is a combination of a DPS race and avoiding some mechanics. The achievement name is Do a Barrel Roll, and basically what you have to do is you have to kill Alisrazor while avoiding 4 different effects. Because we're soloing it, the only effect you need to worry about are these little clouds of gas left behind by Alisrazor. What you saw me just do is I picked up 3 different feathers. To do that, you'll start and you'll be in the air, and if you're a caster, you'll be able to cast while moving, so you don't have to worry about that. As you can see, there are those little sort of firework-like patterns of cloud and smoke and fire. You'll notice me avoiding that. You'll also notice some ring of fires, which you'll see me go through because that extends the duration of your flying buff. It's not entirely necessary, although I would recommend that you go for that flying buff. Really, that's all there is to it. She does die fairly fast. As long as you avoid the noxious clouds, you'll be 100% a-okay. Now it's time for the hunter. This achievement is going to be bucket list, and it's really one of the most annoying achievements here to solo, although I do have an extremely easy way to do it. For this achievement, bucket list, you're going to have to kite him around to several different areas while he's still alive. One of them is Rhyolith's lair, and you don't technically need to go into his lair. You can just go a little bit up that hill as you just saw me do. So that's going to take that one off. Next up, we're going to head over to Elderzorzor's lair. We're going to kite him in here, and I'm going to make a wide loop around him. That way he doesn't hit me too much. Then after we make this loop, we're going to head over to the next check mark, and I'll wait a second for the video to catch up with me. And now we're way over here. So we're going to have to head up this path a little bit, and this can be very tricky. We're going to have to find some way around here, and you're going to notice me fail a little bit as I mess up where I'm supposed to get out. I think there is a way to get out over here, but the easier one is just a little bit up here as you're about to see me do. So I'm going to get out through this way, and next up we're going to be off to Beth Talak's entrance for the fourth and next to last one. So now we're here over in Beth Talak's lair. And once again, we don't have to go entirely into her lair, we just have to go a little bit up the path. You could even go a little bit further if you wish to, and you see me get stuck because I'm a little bit of a noob here. However, I eventually get out, and now we're going to be heading over to the final place, which is quite near the entrance of the entire raid instance. All you have to do is just run over there. You are going to attract quite a bit of mobs, but that is a-okay. Then from here, you just have to kill him. He's going to go down pretty fast. You'll see me AoE all down those packs of mobs. And the dog, one of his two dogs. So then we can just DPS him down, and it won't be too long, and he'll die extremely quickly, giving us the achievement, which really is one of the more annoying ones in the entire instance. Now for Balrog, his achievement is going to be Share the Pain. And I'd be lying to you if I said that this was in any way difficult. You literally just DPS him the entire time. There's exactly zero mechanics. It's pretty much just a DPS race, as you can see on the video. All I'm doing is DPSing as fast as I can. You don't have to worry about the mechanics at all, just kill him, and you get the achievement really easily. However, the next one's going to be a little bit of a doozy, so buckle up. Now finally, we are on the home stretch. This achievement is called Only the Penitent. It's a bit different from the others because it actually can't be soloed. It requires that you have a total of 6 people in your raid. If you're watching on screen, you can see the process we went through, however, I'll go ahead and explain it regardless. This achievement takes place not on the boss itself, but on the trash before him. There'll be an ad that casts the spell, Kneel to the Flame. Whenever he finishes the cast, he sends out a pulse of fire that hits everybody in the courtyard. That is, if you aren't kneeling. Several emotes will work for this, however I'd recommend either the default hotkey X, or having a /kneel macro. Once you have the macro set up, you go into the courtyard, and whenever a cast of Kneel to the Flame finishes, you kneel. I recommend kneeling when there's 2 seconds left just to be safe. Now it's time for the achievement part. On either side of the ads are 2 orbs called Fangel's Flame. You need to take 3 people on each side, and once they're all near the orb, you need to time it so everyone clicks at same or similar times. I prefer for everyone to spam click the orb, as it'll work more often then. If it doesn't work, you simply need to run out and reset the instance, because if you get hit by a Kneel to the Flame without kneeling, the orbs are going to disappear. So you need to reset it then, and then you can try again. A tip for timing the clicking is I would tell people to do it right after a cast, and then I'd spam a macro and raid warning when they needed to. Sometimes you would get some slightly clueless people that couldn't do it, however most of the time you would get it first or second try. If it's taking you longer than you expected, don't worry, this can be a fairly difficult achievement to bug, and remember that if you can't find friends or guildmates, just look in the custom premates in the LFG tool. If you have any questions, since this can sometimes be a complicated achievement, feel free to ask me below.